Hash Slinging Slasher was added into the game over 113 days ago, but today he's received a massive buff. I'm even hearing reports in my Discord from the top players that Hash is better than Rex now, which would absolutely be insane and unfair considering he was before the Rex. Obviously, the Rex should be better. Their obtainment methods were the exact same, both being obtained in the secret chest. It's just that Hash came 100 days prior. I find it hard to believe that this is the case, and I want to put them both to the test. A lot of units have been getting unnecessary buffs, so we're going to do a lot of testing on this channel, so subscribe and notifications so you don't miss it. But without any further ado, Hash vs Rex Part 2. Let's go. Okay, so since I don't have a max shiny wumbo 5-star Hash with Neptune Crown, we are going to get lent it by Cause here in Tides. So shout out to Cause. Let's do this test once and for all. Please don't disappear, by the way. I already have a shiny wumbo Hash in my account, so yeah, I'm really hoping. Okay, they're both still here. Thank God, that would have been horrible. But now we got both, and of course the Neptune Crown's in the same spot too, so that's perfect. Let's go to the hub and test these things out. So first, we'll go into boss battle because the Hash will probably win because it is a DPS unit more than AoE because it does do that slash attack. So anyway, let's text the Rex first though. Let's take him right into the boss battle. Of course, we are going to do the first one this time because it's a lot faster. So let's see which one kills it faster. And here we go. We are up against Bulbass 1, and thank God you don't teleport under the map anymore. But damn, we are actually killing it quick. So this thing attacks super fast and it's doing like 200k a hit. Obviously, we have the sidekick, which doubles the damage. But yeah, I don't know how a Hash can beat this thing and how fast it attacks, but we will have to see. So there we go with about 18 seconds at 442. Let's see what it says here. Playtime 17 seconds. Let's return to lobby and get the Hash out. All right, so we've got the maxed out Hash running to the boss battle. Let's put him into the field. Let's go. I started battle right away, so we have to beat 442, okay? This needs to be higher than 442 by the end. Will it? Oh my God, it actually might. It's doing 300,000 a hit. That's crazy. But just, you can already see the animation is much, much slower. So I don't think this wins in an endless scenario. I don't even think it wins in this scenario. And yeah, it doesn't even beat this scenario. There we go. That takes way longer actually. And yeah, playtime 21 seconds, so 4 seconds longer. And the single target hit obviously only applies to one unit. It can't slash everything. So this is less efficient against swarms, which we'll be showcasing in these endless runs we're about to do here. But before we do that, I want to test them in a practical scenario. Obviously, endless is practical as well, but it takes forever. I'm going to put them into Goo Lagoon by themselves and see which does better. But we do have to wait 4 minutes for the lifeguard. Oh, no, it expires in 3 minutes. So if we go quick, we can actually make it. Let's go. And guys, this will be with the exact same conditions. I don't know why this guy's trying to join us. That's so annoying, but we're okay. We're good because he wasn't even high enough level. So let's turn on 5x. Let's get our farms down. So I'm going to start wave and then get the farms down. This actually becomes a little unfair if I don't get the unit down in time. But yeah, we're rocking resistance and hearts for both, which is perfect comparison. I'm going to start probably with the Hash. Oh, so yeah, let's get the Hash down on this island here. So yeah, we'll place the Hash, max him out, try to get full map coverage if we can. We'll place another one here, and we'll do this exact same for the Rex. So yeah, one here and one here, then we'll just max him out because obviously the range does matter too. So if we can't cover full map, who are we to blame besides the Hash? Let's get these farms max to make sure we get the max upgrade. And these conditions are actually really easy to beat. I mean, the trait reduce, that's really annoying for range. But yeah, when it comes to toughness and hardcore, those are pretty easy. Things get tricky when there's a lot of speed, toughness, and then something else like, you know. Anyway, these conditions aren't hard from what I've seen. There we go. We maxed out the first one. And guys, let's pop up on the screen his stats before and after. So right now he's doing 207,000 damage at max level. And here's his stats before, 191,000 damage from my old video comparing the two. However, I do think this does have a bit more damage than 207,000, which is about a 16,000 increase because we have this trait. It reduces the effects of traits. So I think this will go a bit higher in an actual game. So we'll be checking that out after. Let me get back on 5x now that I showed you guys the old stats, 190,000. Try to remember that. And then we'll check in with the new. I'll also do that with the Rex. Okay, for the last wave, I'm going to move everything to this first island just so it gets first hit. I don't care about the range as much right here because these are both full map. I just kind of realized, yeah, it's 74 range. We'll cover the whole map. So let's actually see what kills the boss earlier along with all these swarms. Okay, so here comes the boss. It's going to run all the way to about there. And yeah, there we go. So let's, oh, we have to hit next. Oh. So I'll be back in 15 minutes, I guess. So we're back in the lobby and look at the stats. So this has 40,000 more damage and a bit less range and a bit less SPA, which is actually better, right? This has better SPA, 40,000 more damage. And it's still worse. So yeah, basically people have been saying in my Discord too that Hash is better than Rex even against boss battles, which we just disproved. But yeah, I do not think that the Rex is worse than the hash. Well, it's not. Let's go back to the standard endless A. Please don't join me. Thank you so much, Sni. I appreciate it. Shout out to you. And firstly, let's actually just check the stats of each, okay, and compare them to before. So remember, the hash had 190,000. I'll pop that back up on the screen as soon as we can get him down. So here we go. We got the first hash down. Let's max this out, and then we'll place down the Rexes as well. So one bad thing about the Rex World Docker Point is he is so big to place. Like, compared to the hash, this little circle, look at the Rex. He takes up the whole map. Luckily, his range does complement that and make up for it, because yeah, you can place him all the way over here and still cover the whole map. But anyways, guys, at max level, the hash is doing 223,000 now, which was a very unnecessary buff. I don't even know if they meant to buff it. I mean, it's an old unit. It came out like 4 months ago or something, and it's still getting buffed. I don't know why. But anyways, here's the previous stats right here, 191,760. And then here we have 223,000, which is about a 30,000 damage buff. And the reason I don't believe people who are saying that the hash is now better than the Rex is mainly because that buff isn't actually that spectacular. It's literally like 15% of its total damage, and this was the way worse than 15% of the old Rex. As you can see, it's still barely above Rex once you max him out. It's only about 25,000 more damage than the Rex, but the Rex attacks just 2 times faster. And here's the old stats of the Rex, 181,000, so still worse than the hash before in terms of damage. And then if we look at his damage now, 198,000, so it went up about 17,000, which is about a 10% buff. So the hash got a 15% damage buff. The Rex got about a 10% buff. It's a little less than 10%, but still, the Rex is still much better. It was like 50% better before. Now it's probably only 40% better. I don't know the math on that, but it's still a lot better. I do not even want to waste my time with an endless run, guys. The narrative's destroyed. For those players who thought the hash is better, well, they were misled / wrong. These buffs are pretty much the exact same. I mean, it is a bit better for the hash, but even with the buffs, the Rex is still much better. So in a practical boss killing scenario, Rex went 28 more waves and did 42% more damage to the same boss. Now, if we ran that back, they'd obviously go a bit further, do a bit more damage each, but Rex would still be probably 30 to 35% better to that same boss. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say Rex is still better, even for straight up DPS and boss killing. So even if we take away the slash, or no, even if we include the slash, this thing's still better against a single target, which we showed against the boss in the boss battles. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little experiment. And no, I'm not going to take the Rex into Goo Lagoon, honestly, because there's no need, right? Just looking at the stats and how much they were buffed says enough already, as well as the boss battle we did. He just attacks way too fast, and he's too good for the hash. So yeah, guys, pump the Rex price back up. The slander on his name has been dumb. People didn't even know he got buffed. He got buffed as well, just not as much. So yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed. We got plenty of content just like this, as well as many others like macro tutorials, trading videos, becoming super rich, and dominating the game.